Scum! Alex Jones made a video on the 5th of February, but I just saw it. It was called Sanders Supporters Are Pathetic Scum! I happen to support Sanders, so I figured I'd check out this video and see why I'm pathetic scum, because, you know, I've always thought of myself as reasonably successful scum. First of all, Alex, why is your logo sperm? What does that signify? Is it supposed to be telling us that you're jerking off in our faces? Or maybe just that you are a jerk-off? Could that be the answer, Alex Jones?
Bernie wants us to live under the heavenly socialist communist system like China.
Wrong! Bernie is a democratic socialist. I mean, you're into politics, Alex, right? I mean, I know you're kind of in la-la land a lot of the time, but you are supposed to be describing what is happening in this country politically to other people, and yet you don't seem to know the difference between a socialist and a communist and a democratic socialist. I mean, like, these terms, you obviously don't even understand their fucking meaning, and yet you're out there describing it to other people. Socialists just believe in government services for the people. You know, things ranging from healthcare to the power in your house. The thing about socialism is it's not about it's not an on or off switch. It's not like we're either a democracy or we're a socialist country. We're either capitalist or socialist. That's not the choice. It's not a question of, are we going to be socialist? It's a question of how socialist are we going to be? I mean, there's plenty of socialist programs currently in existence in America. Social Security, welfare, disability, Medicaid, Medicare, the firefighters, the police, whatever. It's all provided with public fucking money. These are all services that are provided to the people for free, based on tax dollars, so not really for free per se, but there's no charge at the time. Communism is basically just socialism on steroids. It's where you get to a point where, you know, there are no social classes, and no one can have any more wealth than anyone else, and no one can have any more power than anyone else, ostensibly. That's how it's supposed to work. It doesn't actually work. But communism is its own system, wholly separate from democracy. The reason that Bernie Sanders is called a democratic socialist is because he doesn't want to, like, disband Congress and give all the power back to the people. He's a democratic socialist because he supports a lot of socialist programs. And a lot of Republicans support socialist programs. Social Security, that's a very socialist program. It was enacted under FDR as part of the fucking New Deal. 87% of Democrats approve of it. 81% of independents, 72% of Republicans. This is a very popular socialist policy. So, all these people who say, oh, no socialism, no socialism. Unless you're a hardcore anarchist or a hardcore libertarian, you believe in at least a little socialism. The real question here is not yes to socialism or no to socialism. The question is, how much socialism do you want? And the great thing about this election, if there's anything great about this election other than Bernie Sanders, is that pretty much any point of view on the socialism issue is represented. You got the Republicans who say, a little bit of socialism, just a little. Just the socialism we already got that's popular. We'll keep that socialism, but no new socialism, and maybe even get rid of some of the socialism we have. Then you have Hillary Clinton, the ultimate establishment candidate. Let's keep everything exactly the way it is. No thanks, Hillary. Then you got Bernie Sanders who says, maybe this country could use a little more fucking socialism. And why I think that socialism is no longer the dirty word it used to be, I think you can credit conservatives with that, because they kept calling Obama a socialist. He's a fucking socialist. He's a fucking socialist. He's going to destroy America. Here we are. We're at the end of the Obama presidency. America might not be in the best shape it's ever been, but it certainly ain't fucking destroyed. And Obama didn't enact shit for socialist policies. Only thing he enacted was fucking Obamacare, a mandate to buy private insurance. Yay! But anyway, I mean, when America didn't turn into the fucking hellacious third beast of the apocalypse hellhole with the 4 horsemen riding around that all the conservatives said it would be once we elected socialist Obama, when people saw that, hey, well, that's a socialist. He doesn't really seem to be doing much of anything. Seems kind of status quo to me, really. You guys took the scary out of socialist. Anyway, sorry for the long digression, Alex, but apparently I had to explain that to you. Apparently, even though you're paid to describe politics to people, you don't understand basic political theory, but that's fine.
And people go and play on their iPhones and the free market and their Chinese slave goods, and they drink beer and expensive wine and giggle about how fun it is to wear red stars. You couldn't put more bad luck on you. You couldn't trash your mojo better. Wearing swastika armbands, you stupid snot-nosed crud that live off the backs of everybody that fought Nazism and communism.
Okay, Alex, so you invoke the troops who I'm sure you would say died for our freedom. They died for our freedom! Shouldn't that include the freedom to be a communist? Shouldn't that include the freedom to be a fucking Nazi if you want to? I don't know how Nazis even got in the mix, by the way. Not sure how you work Nazis in there. But, sure. I mean, do I have to explain the difference between communists and Nazis, too? I mean, is that something I'm going to have to sit here and do for you? I don't think my audience can handle another political fucking lecture, all right? Well, Bernie Sanders is not a communist. Bernie Sanders is not a Nazi. Bernie Sanders is a democratic socialist. I've already explained to you what that is, so you can't pretend you don't know.
You need to have your jaws broken.
Jeez, Alex, why are you so angry at people who want the government to pay for college for people who've earned it, or to raise the minimum wage to a living wage? Because no one can live on minimum wage. All we're saying is that someone who has a full-time job should be able to afford a shitty one-bedroom apartment and to feed and clothe themselves. And to afford something to drive to work in, or fucking have some sort of public transit they can use. I think that's a pretty reasonable fucking standard. But of course not for you. For you, people who believe that need their fucking jaws broken! Rah! Alex Jones smash! Thanks, Scotty. Your coughing adds so much to the presentation. You know, Alex Jones, if you want to start talking about breaking people's jaws, I think you deserve to have your face bludgeoned with a crowbar 17 times! And I think your tax dollars should pay for it.
Don't you worry, reality's gonna crash in on you, trash, who lowered our defenses, who brought the republic down. Oh, we're already gone. And you celebrate it like you've joined the globalists, mounting America's head on the wall. Your great victory. The mass rape of women across Europe, the national draft coming in for women, the families falling apart, women degraded into nothing but sexual objects, all in the name of Gloria Steinem and the Central Intelligence Agency program.
I love how you say that reality is going to come crashing down on us. Yeah, because you're so in touch with reality, Alex. Oh, man. I love how right after you tell us that reality is going to come crashing down on us, you immediately, seize into this long trail of non sequitur fucking gibberish. It was almost like you were playing a game where you just wanted to say as many nonsensical, meaningless things that aren't true at all as quickly as possible without stopping to take a fucking breath. That's what it came across like, Alex. And you're gonna lecture us about fucking reality? Gloria Steinem and the CIA, that's like the same shit, yo! What?
And a Bernie Sanders with his fake Einstein hair.
So, let me just be clear about what happened right now. The guy who supports Trump is saying that Bernie Sanders' hair is fake. What? If Bernie Sanders was gonna have fake hair, I think he'd have a full fucking head of it, don't you? You know? Americans are pretty picky about their politicians' hair. Maybe what you're saying is that his hair is messy so that it invokes that Einstein quality. Like, yeah, I'm real smart because I got similar hair to Einstein. You know, I guess it's possible, but don't you think it's just as likely that he just doesn't comb his hair that much? Maybe.
And his, I'm a man of the people.
Was that an impression of Bernie Sanders, or was that an impression of Principal McVicker from Beavis and Butthead?
We go out and talk to Bernie Sanders supporters. They can hardly talk. They're like him. Free! Free! I want free stuff!
Are you sure you're talking about Bernie Sanders supporters? Are you sure you didn't just, like, take too much acid and then, you know, veg out in front of the TV and you see The Walking Dead and they're just like, "Roo!" And you're like, man, that's a Bernie Sanders rally I'm looking at right now, man. Woo! Free stuff! Free stuff! You act like Bernie Sanders' platform is like, anyone who votes for me gets a free iPhone and a Prius and a fucking bong. And also movie theaters will be free and games on Steam will be free, paid for by the government. It's actually a pretty awesome platform. He's not talking about bribing people with material possessions. He's talking about raising wages. You know, that shit we talked about earlier. He's talking about providing people with medicine. He's talking about providing people with paid family leave like pretty much every other civilized country has. He's talking about workers getting 2 weeks paid vacation, 1 week paid sick leave. Every fucking worker, regardless. These are not outrageous demands from spoiled brats. These are things that genuinely make people's lives better. These are programs that exist in other countries around the world. And they haven't caused the whole system to collapse. They haven't caused the commies to start marching their jackboots through the fucking streets and stifling all freedom of speech and all that other shit.
As if the New World Order is going to give you anything free. Oh, it's free like a piece of cheese. When a little mouse comes out and it smells it and goes to bite it and, well, bam, breaks your neck.
You know, JFK said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. That's my best JFK. Perfect. Sounds just like him. I think it's the most evil thing ever uttered, basically, by a U.S. president. The people do not exist for the benefit of the country. The country exists for the benefit of the people. I think, Alex, that America could use a little bit more socialism. Maybe a lot more socialism. It doesn't make me a fucking communist. It doesn't mean that I want to replace democracy with a system of government more conducive to socialism where the workers own everything. I still want the basic machinery of the democracy we already have in place. I just think we could use a few more social programs to help people out. Now, if you want to disagree with me on that, that's fine. But no one's jaw needs to be broken! Maybe instead of taking all those
suicide mass murder pills,
you should take a fucking chill pill instead. I'm the Amazing Atheist. Peace the fuck out. Now it's time to peddle you some bullshit. Kiss me, I'm an atheist. Yeah, we ain't letting the Irish have this shit anymore. We're appropriating it for atheist culture. Take that, Irish people. We're selling this shirt and many more at AmazingAtheistTees.com. You can visit that shit. You can check that shit out. You can buy some fucking t-shirts. Do it!